Hello everyone, hello Witchy, hello Shay, hello Hatlon, hello Pfund. I'm so sorry. The balance discussion, I made a great mistake. I looked into it and I tried to provide my perspective, and now it's a war out there. It's bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh, I deserve this. I deserve all of this. This is my penance. I'm just like the bishop living next to a bakery, you know, just trying to live my best life. And this is what I get. They say that hell is the other people, but I genuinely think that we are our own hell. We know best how to torture ourselves, and I have truly done a wonderful job in that regard. Ugh. Alright, I think I have some ideas. Let's go do that. First things first. We shall increase the catch-up bonuses in case someone permas. Let's see, villager mundane, that's fine, no one cares about villagers. Spies. I think inquisitors will be fine too. I think the main problem is the witches being weak or perceived as weak. By the way, don't judge my mushi, it's horrible, it's a mess, I understand. I did it very fast. Familiars, we can make them a bit stronger. Let's give them health. Alright, let me see. Nope, no one's answering. Alright. So some ideas. We need to change the nexus. I need to adjust the ketchup. Sorry, I'm writing this in the chat so I don't forget. Hello, Hatlon. Oh, I appreciate your perspective, Hatlon. I feel like all I ever get is just pissed off witches yelling at me in that section. Alright, change the nexus, adjust the ketchup mechanics, and I also wanted to introduce armor for the witches, but I think it would just be too much work at this point. I mean, I could probably put something together real quick. What was the last thing that I needed to do? Right. The ability to transfer agility points into authority. You can do that now. Alrighty. Let me write it down. Where are the witches? Over here. We will give them 35 and let's say 50 authority, why not? World updates. Catch-up mechanic changes. Let's get 40 health. 20 strength. These changes apply only to those who will perma and create a new character from now on. This point will not be added retroactively. Alright. So, we have that. That's the first thing. Now we need to change the nexus. Make myself invisible. This is the witch place. Ah, we have someone in here. Who is it? Is it Isabel? Nope. That is a fancy witch. Alright, let's see. So what can we do? We could do 5 strength. 5 agility and 2 authority. And for this one we can do let's do 3 strength, 3 authority and 3 agility. Let's do this. It's too much. Alright, I think this will work. Let's see if people respond to this a bit better. Alright, so 5 strength, 3 strength, agility will be -5, and authority will be -1. Athleticism -2, leadership -3. What is this witchcraft? That's Mushi! Pop-tarts. We're changing the values, as I promised. Just out of curiosity to see if this will be a bit more agreeable to some of the witches. Although now that I'm thinking about it, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this, there we go. So probably be better. And here we will do 6. And here we will do just -1. And -1. That should do it. Post a screenshot. I apologize guys for doing this on the stream, but there's no rest for the wicked. Nexus numbers tweaked. Alright. Let's save it. And the last thing that I wanted to try would be perhaps like how someone's already waiting. Last thing that I want to try would be to do like a full-on shift. Let's do it like this. You need to do the quest part, we could just do straight up. I wish to transfer my agility point. Let's make it a bit more RP friendly. My staff powers into my elemental spells. And let's do a favorable conversion, something like 10 agility or something crazy. And let's do it one time. 30, no, 20. 20 agility. Damn it. There we go. 20 authority. Yeah. And I will actually turn this into a quest because it can be, it can bug out your stats, and some people would absolutely use this to temporarily buff themselves. Give quest, take access, 7 hours. Action. Modify stat. Let's do attribute athleticism. We'll do minus 20. Action. Modify stat. Let's do attribute authority. Leadership. You know what? Let's make it fun. Let's do 3 free points for the change. There we go. Once every 7 hours, you can basically get 3 free authority points for 20 agility ones. I think that's fair. Because during casting, during the Indrid spells casting, you don't get the unfortunate downside of being so vulnerable against the arrows. So yeah, let's try it. And complete quest. Should be good to go. Are we connected? Yes, we are. New mechanic. All right, we are done. Access numbers tweaked. All right, this will do. Let me catch up on the chat. I very much apologize for doing this on for doing this during the stream. Let's do arena. All right, what did I miss? P1 is only 7k health. You wimp. All right, let's do a proper intro. Oh my god, why am I dying? Let's see, Bishop. Get some health in here. There you go. We shall wait for him to heal up a little. At this point, I think unless witches can dump inquisitors, there is no happiness, pretty much. Heard of Mushi, never seen it? Yeah, that's basically how it looks. It's essentially a GUI to the already existing, I would say, dev kit way of handling things in Conan, besides the C+ that is underneath some of these things. It's like a programming language that Conan is built on. You know, your Unreal Engine, blueprints and data tables and stuff like that. And what Pippi does and what Tot admin does is they provide you with this almost like graphically boosted or graphically simpler way of handling the code of the game. You know, and some of the things that you can do via DevKit, you can do in-game via Pippi. It's fine, this is interesting. Oh, thank you, BeFund, I appreciate it. It's a cool mod. It really is. Pippi has been around for a long time, and it's what you use, you know, to create all these cool quests and like classes and well, not real classes, that's Indrid stuff, but you give them to people, you know, via Pippi, and yeah, it can do a lot of stuff, like the attribute changes. I looked out here last night, was too tired to go back. So staff scale from agility and the Indrid spell scale from authority? Yeah, pretty much. That is how it works. Made a new outfit for RP reasons. Ooh. Oh, that was you, Wonka. I see, I see. I demand a refund, minus 15 this morning. The price must be paid in blood. Alright. Let me give you some free points. Jesus, Pop-Tarts, where are you? Isabel? Are you here? You're not. You're not getting shit then. Still got mad that I got turned into a pincushion because I had no armor, so I had to armor up. Duel me, invisible ghost. No! I'm a Mushi addict, so no complaints. Dot is where it's fun these days. Like, Dot is definitely more vast and intricate when it comes to certain things, but I would say the documentation on Dot has been a bit lackluster, so we're still figuring some things out, and just like Pippi, it also has certain, I would say, downsides and weak spots that one needs to verify when there is plenty of people around, as opposed to an isolated test, you know, where you make it, it's working, and then suddenly 20 people log in and it starts skipping all over the place because of latency. But yeah, let me show you Dot. It's freaking crazy. Like some of the things that you can do. Oh my god, where am I? Let's see. Nope. There we go. Admin. And the super admin. Let's do some scripting. There we go. Let me show you the starter area. This is basically how it looks like. This is how you become a witch, you know, a good witch, a bad witch, and all the good stuff. It's really not that difficult, but the amount of options that you have, as opposed to Pippi, is kind of overwhelming at first, but you won't end up using a lot of it, you know. You get your usual ones like, I don't know, dialogue options and give items, you know, or give kits. It's pretty simple. But you can definitely do some crazy stuff, like, for example, call upon a thunderstorm. Or freeze time, which is kind of nuts. Sandstorm, you know, you can create. It's kind of crazy. And it ties into the RR perks and the language mechanics, so it's definitely very cool. You can even spawn NPCs and modify them and tell them to do stuff, which is kind of crazy. I'm clipping this, alright. You can absolutely clip this. I apologize if you lost some points, you know, compared to the rest of the nerds. You need those points once you're stabbed. Right. Love that so much. It is. Well, the Thought is like a series of various mods, you know. This is Thought Admin, but the Thought Custom that allows you to customize your character, that one is like the staple of the community these days. LL is the only stubborn server who's like, nah, we're not gonna use Thought, we're gonna use immersive armors, and, you know, the other one, I don't even know what it's called, but it's horrible. LL is just so, like, backwards thinking in this regard. And the best part is that their server is crashing because of it, and it has even worse latency than other servers. I'll burn your church down, don't test me, John. Come at me. Pop-Tarts, come at me. I'm ready. I don't thought, yeah. I love what I see of the merchants and thespians, so I need to dig into that. Yeah, it's definitely awesome, especially like the vendor stuff. That is the main reason why we added this, because it's so much easier to do vendors, as opposed to Pippi, where you need to input things manually. And of course there is some manual labor too, you know, where you're doing Thought stuff, but let me show you the trader's definitions. For example, the weapons thespian. All you need to do is to just look up what you need, you know, like a sword. You just add it, select, And this is your ID. You can add multiple IDs, you know, however you want to. You can add ranges of IDs. And it's just here. Bam! That's how it works. And then you just save it, and it's in there. And this is how you delete it. Freaking awesome. Please read my messages. Message above, it's urgent. Just repeat it, people. Okay, let me see. Near Mushi, you made it so witches get 3 strength while only paying back 1 authority and 1 agility. Yeah, pretty much. A lot of the witches, P-Fund, will not exactly... a lot of the witches will... Let's say that they have a lot of minus... Well, not really minus. They don't really have that many strength points, and it would take them a lot of time if they chose this less punishing option, you know. So this will not really make a huge difference. It was on purpose. It was a mistake. Hello, M9. This is giving me DevKit vibes, in a way. Oh, DevKit. I have spent way too long in there, too. But yeah, also a lot of fun, you know, doing modding for Conan, for sure. Lots of hair pulling, too, and lots of grey hair, that's for sure. All these options, yeah, it's crazy. Definitely delve in and have fun with it. Which is a dead one. Heck yeah, give me freeze time. Which server are you talking about? Oh, LL. You know, LL isn't using Thought at all, so it's kind of hilarious to me that they're missing out like on all these good things for basically no reason whatsoever. The vendor stuff is very clumsy in PP, but the way Thought traders trade when you interact reminds me like Divinity 2 style trading. Yeah, it's awesome. It's very much like the traditional RPG style, you know, where you can even set up thespians to only be present in certain amounts of time. You can give them like a limited amount of currency. We haven't really messed with that this season because we figured we have enough going for us, but you can absolutely create thespians with like limited cash that will just walk away, you know, when you bought everything you can from them, or they will not allow you to sell or buy anything else. Hello, Humble, how you doing? How is Elden Ring? I'm sorry, I have been away from the server for a while. PZRP started up, and I've been doing a lot of Dr. RP. Oh, nice, nice. Project Zomboid? Is that is there like an actual RP scene? That's awesome. Congrats, congrats. I hope that you will heal them all from all those pesky bites. I thought we were just you know, binging on Elden Ring, but I'm glad that you're RPing, of course. And no worries at all, like, you know, it's basically the end of the season in a few days, so we're just finishing a few stories, just making the most of the time that we have. Sin's character, when he died, the custodian, left a lovely message for you. I hope that you managed to catch it. What do you have? Just trader 5 points. Yeah, pretty much, but it also gets you where you need faster B-Fund, which, you know, makes it a bit more tempting. I fully recognize that, you know, it is an unfair trade-off, but it gets you there faster. You can have a link. See what happened. Dear Bishop Cake? Oh, absolutely, Luna. I'm in. Some people don't like change, but also the RP stuff for Thought and RR is so cool during the event, like Focus Zoom and into nodes was so cool. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But see, you can actually use both Pippi and Thought admin like we do, you know, so that's why I say there is absolutely no downside. Alright, let's go to church. Warp church. There we go. I'm really sorry. I should catch up. On the balance discussion chat, but I'm scared to look in there. I have 3 notifications. I'm just gonna ignore them for now. I'm really sorry. But I need to do some RP. I have responsibility as an admin character. Alrighty. The bishop has witches to burn, exactly, and I do believe that we have a new one arriving very soon. And I'm excited to meet her and put her on a righteous pyre. Also, my throat hurts. I feel like I'm gonna be sick very soon. That's not good. But hey, show must go on. Alright, let's do this. Let's go check out our church. Put diamonds on the pyre and I'll jump on it. Wow, wow, wow. Ah, look at that. We actually have someone in the church. Well met, Father Abraham.
Ah, Bishop. It's good to see you. Blessed day.
And blessed day to you too. I see that you're studying the scripture.
I had just finished my first session with Alice.
Ah, please. Tell me how it went, unless of course you are too busy writing down your reports.
Oh, no, it's perfectly fine. I would actually like to go over the entire plan that I have with you, if you have the time, of course.
I would be more than honored. Let me see if Sister Immaculata is around. I would like her to be present to this conversation, if you don't mind.
Yes, of course. I would like to work with her directly. However, I called Alice, and she wouldn't be around too much later. So I decided to go ahead and at least try to get started.
But of course, it does make sense.
Yes.
Time waits for no one, and even though patience is a virtue, sometimes action must be achieved through quickest possible means.
Yes, of course.
Sister, well met. I hope that you're of good health.
I am. Thank you, and I hope both of you are.
We certainly are. Father Abraham has some news for us in regards to the treatment of the cursed blood that willingly gave herself into our care.
Ah, good. And I have news about the letter from your brother, by the way.
Ah, yes. Well, let's go into the church and discuss these matters.
Hello, Jin. Do come with?
Yes, you're more than welcome to join us. Is the voice of Jarl from TO? Absolutely. I like having conversations in the church. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly, Atlan.
Where would you like to start? Would you like to start with Alice, or would you like to start with the letter?
Let us start with Alice. The letter can wait. My brother had plenty of chances to approach me directly. Instead, he sent a letter like the coward he is. Your matter takes precedence.
All right, well, so I started thinking last night, and before bed, tried to come up with some sort of tentative plan of action. I wish to further talk with Sister Immaculata. I think her assistance would be wonderful during all this, as well as your own. But, so today, essentially, I thought I would break it down into 5 separate sessions.
Oh boy.
Today's session will essentially be preparation.
Preparation?
And the purification stage.
Preparation.
Essentially what we did, I've
I
said
love
many
peppers.
prayers with her. I've also instructed her to begin fasting as of today. We did a scripture reading in the tavern. I read from the Book of Illumination, a scripture that basically, many lines of scripture that essentially talk about rejuvenation, redemption, and faith. I did that and said a small prayer for her. I also anointed her head with oil, as well as her wrist. and I have given her little vials of holy water for her to start bathing in regularly. After everything that has happened during that, each little phase, I asked her how she was feeling, and she seemed happy. She didn't seem to struggle or to want to run away. Very
Sloppily
different than
the witchcraft out.
previous times that I've done similar things to this. Usually those that are polluted by the devil's magic, the devil wants to take hold. The devil wants you to run away. The devil doesn't abide holiness. So, I feel like it's going well so far.
For now, good Father Abraham, for now. Just because the devil has yet to rear his ugly head from her soul does not mean that it's not going to happen. You must be ever vigilant. The closer you get to the final prize, to our goal, the more likely the devil will show up. And when that happens, call upon me and I will perform the exorcism.
Well,
Still.
that's actually part of the plan. So, tomorrow, I asked her to make journal entries every night, any dreams that she has. I also told her to stay away from bad influences that might influence her in the improper direction. But, so day 2, let me give you a brief rundown of each day. Now, this can all change based off of what advice that you may bring, but this is just a tentative schedule. So, day 2, we'll do invocation and confession. I figured we could do some chanting and hymns, perhaps maybe a song or something I'll have us sing. We'll also do a bit of confession, one-on-one time where you can actually confess and be relieved of sins. Also, if there are any holy objects that we have here in the church, I would like to expose her directly to all of these, one at a time. I want to see how she reacts.
I can string her a rosary. We must not forget the power of the feminine in divinity as well.
Of course. All right. Father, is this how you defend yourself, Father?
Yes, this is one of my most sacred relics that I have straight from the Vatican. I received this mace during my appointment as the Bishop of Ravenwood. This is most likely the holiest object we have, and since this project is so important, I feel like we need to use whatever tools we have at our disposal. Do not worry, I still have other powerful weapons to defend myself, but this one gives us the best shot for this plan to work.
All right, wonderful. I will take due care of it, rest assured, until tomorrow.
Very good.
But anyways, continuing on, also we'll do a bit of a communion, I think. We'll do some consecrated bread and perhaps a bit of wine. And we'll see how that goes. And then we'll go into day 3. If everything's going well, I still think we should do the exorcism regardless. On day 3, I want exorcism and the healing process to start. I think we should do the exorcism ritual. I also think we should get some blessed salt and make sure we have... but we're very careful with this. I know how this can go. So I want the exorcism on day 3.
Very well.
Wonderful. Day 4,
Hello, Hunger.
I believe this is the time for the restoration and the reaffirmation. I was thinking on day 4 we could have a special mass
Oh, I'm sorry, Hunger.
to
that your jaw is
celebrate.
giving you issues.
The potential
I hope you feel
curing
better soon.
of the witch. I would like to bring the witch into the church at this time. If there's any sort of lingering effects of the devil, he would not allow her in the church. All right. Excellent. I was
All right,
thinking
excellent.
what we could do is we'll have the mass. We'll also make sure that she's surrounded by holy symbols and things during that. And then afterwards, we can do a community feast in celebration.
I think that's a splendid idea. A community feast would raise the spirits of everyone in Ravenwood.
Wonderful.
I like
And
it.
then, on the final day, for day 5, if everything's going well, like I said, things can change. It would be the final blessing and the vigilant. And I would like that to be overseen by yourself, good bishop. That is where you'll give the final blessing. You'll do your final determination to see if everything is above board. And see if this witch is actually cured. If so, then I believe we move on in accepting her as a member of the community.
At which point she will need great protection, because if any other witches should take offense to the discovery, they might come after her and the rest of us on even more zealously.
The devil himself might make an appearance. He will not take kindly to us relinquishing him of one of his trusted soldiers.
Yes, indeed.
But any kind of blow to the devil, to the Lord of Evil, would be of great appreciation by God Almighty.
Yes, of course. I have no doubt that this will work. My faith is very strong in this. And I believe if we're all very faithful and she sticks to the plan, there's nothing that God cannot do.
I admire your conviction, and you are very much correct. God can facilitate impossible. And even though this plan still feels like somewhat of an impossible task, stranger things have happened before. Miracles have happened in front of our eyes quite recently. So,
Yes, indeed.
all our hopes rest upon your shoulders, Father. Make the most of this opportunity, of this unique occasion. And whenever it's time for me to sing to the witch, perform an exorcism, or perform any kind of blessing, do let me know. I will prepare for this occasion.
Of course, it would be most welcome for you to attend as many of these sessions as possible. It's just, if you wish to do this, I think she's usually not around for a little while, for much later. So you would have to be out maybe an hour or two earlier from now to participate.
That can be arranged.
Wonderful. Excellent. Yes, I'm most excited to see how this turns out. And then, of course, I suppose day 5, it could also be the pyre, should she not be cured.
We shall see. There is always a possibility for a pyre.
Then God's will be done.
Indeed. Wasn't a warden just here?
Yes, did... Oh, there we go. Yes, just a bust in my eye, I think.
Indeed, for a moment I thought that my mind was playing tricks on me. Well then, thank you, Father. Anything else you wish to discuss with us or inform us about? Perhaps in my absence, during later times, whenever Alice wakes up from her rest after all these trials, the sister could help with some of these ritualistic practices, these rites, and I trust in her abilities to follow the scripture and any kind of procedures that we will prepare together in advance.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I would love for you to do what you see fit, sister. I
Of
just
course.
saw it prudent to get started while we had the chat. That is all. Anything that you wish to amend, by all means. I am simply a servant here.
It sounds as though you are on an excellent path. It couldn't help to have another pair of eyes. There is a little concern, I suppose, that Alice was a churchgoer before she revealed her true nature, and perhaps she's been exposed to enough to be resistant. But your regimen is robust enough that I suspect if it's going to work, it will be able to break through.
Wonderful. Yes, please, if you are to see her, please feel free to do what you see fit for each session.
Thank you.
I beg of you.
We certainly will.
Wonderful. But no, that is all. That is all that I have for today.
What about you, sister? Any questions? Any comments? Remarks?
One, and it does segue nicely into me giving you the letter from your brother. I don't know really what went on in the tavern. I hardly ever went in there. But I do recall upstairs there was a painting. I saw it, and I didn't realize, I didn't remember it until Alice mentioned it yesterday. It had some strange scratches in the frame. They looked to me just like someone had notched it, but apparently to her it was some kind of runic system of writing. She was able to read it, and it said something like, "The moonlight will show you the way." Almost certainly witch related. She came yesterday. She wanted to show us the painting, but it is now gone. And it is gone after the tavern was closed. I don't know who took it. I don't know how it ended up in your brother's tavern to begin with.
Yes, how could I have been so forgetful? Thank you, sister.
Of course.
Oh, she also did mention something about escaping from the tavern. She said something. What did she say, sister? She didn't know how it was done, but...
Yes, she said she was there, but she did not know how it happened. Whether or not that is because it was done by some witchcraft that they didn't understand, or she doesn't want to divulge, I'm unsure.
This is the main reason why I need to talk to Alden Bryn, my brother. There are still some discrepancies, things that happened in the last few days that don't quite add up to his version of events. We have strong enough evidence to point us, that is pointing us to the fact that he lied to me. And I wish for him to tell the truth and unburden his soul. If he is collaborating with the Cursebloods, then I need to know why. For what reason? For what purpose?
Of course. I will say that there is a door that Rosalind and I discovered when I took my first ever walk outside of the city.
Oh, the
Not
damn door
too
again.
far round the corner. And when we opened it, we found that it was leading into the sewers. And there's a door again within it then that is locked and looks as though it has been rather brutally attempted to be forced open. I don't know where it leads. The other door in the sewer leads clear on the other side of the city. So I was a little concerned, and this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the tavern, but a little concerned about what that locked door may lead to and why someone's interested. And while we were in there exploring, there were at least 2 other people who came in to do the same thing. It's rather a hub of activity right now.
Indeed, that is very strange. Yet another piece of the puzzle pointing towards a picture of nefariousness, lies, and deception.
Indeed.
Which
But here,
of
let
the
me,
doors
What was
outside
that?
the city, towards the western end.
If you go outside of the city and turn to the right and you go up a bit, there is a small door nestled in the side of the cliff face.
Covered in
Yeah.
bushes.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I know the one. I've seen it.
I've seen it too, but I never actually entered it. We didn't have the key. It was back during Captain Damien's time. He pointed it out. I thought it is simply a doorway to the sewers, or perhaps a remnant
Mhm.
from when the walls used to be built. I never really was in charge of the infrastructure of Ravenwood, so I didn't think much of it.
Our bishop. May I suggest you speak to the prince about that door? I have a feeling he may know more.
Very well.
From what I've heard, he does.
I will bring it up with him, if he's around currently.
He is. At least he was about 10 minutes ago.
Thank you. Is this the letter, sister?
I hope so. I want to take a quick check. It should be, but it was clearing out mailboxes.
The seal seems to be unbroken. Have you read it?
No, I did not. I did not read it.
Very well.
I can, if you wish, read mail in the future, but I wanted to respect your privacy in this matter, given it is family.
I have no privacy. Family or not, I am the Bishop of Ravenwood, and as such, I have no secrets.
Very well.
Ah, yes, that reminds me of a certain time a few weeks ago.
Family seal indeed. Well, let us see. Dear brother, even after our conversation in regards to the tavern and the strange disappearance of the Cursebloods, several warnings have been given to me about staying away from Ravenwood. I believed I cleared my name from these ridiculous accusations, but I guess not. This pains me as I kept away from the place I grew up in for what others consider to be my safety. Never in my life did I ever think my safety would be a concern in Ravenwood. I gave the city my youth. I gave the city my sword. I gave it the part of me that kept up at night and was only quieted by the drinks. I even heard that I should stay away from you, and this pains me the most. You've always been a huge pain in my butt, but I never imagined having to watch my back from my own brother. And these threats of burning down the tavern, do with it as you will. Just because I was dedicating my life to it doesn't mean that it was my life. Regardless of the false rumors you spread, I lived a life for the people. Whether it was by the sword or by a mug. However, it is clear that life is no more now, and I may never see Ravenwood's walls again. But Ravenwood was just a residence. My home was my family. My home was you. I'm sorry if I disappointed you once again, but you always wished me to marry and start a family, right? Perhaps that is where my new home will be. A new dawn. Alden Bryn. Warden?
Yes, sir.
I need you to make this official.
As you wish.
Isobel Gardenier and Alden Bryn are now fugitives. They are to be found, they are to be captured, and they are to be imprisoned.
Understood, sir. What about the farm?
What about what?
The gardener farm.
The Gardiner is to be imprisoned for the association with Alden Bryn. She is his current partner.
No. I mean the farm.
Oh,
as
the
a
farm.
property. Do you wish to ask the Inquisition to search it?
Yes. Search it all the way through and put a fence around it.
As you wish, my lord.
Just for no reason. Just
Any bounty?
Yes. The bounty will be paid in full. In time.
Standard bounty 100 gold per head then.
I wouldn't get out of... I wouldn't go into specifics. Just mention that the bounty will be hefty.
Wealthy bounty to be provided by Bishop Benedictus Sanctus.
Yes. Actually mention that the bounty will
Very
be
well.
provided by Ravenwood.
As you wish. I'm
And
sure
also-
Mr. Pennington will be delighted.
Oh yes, I'm sure he will. I will deal with him when the time comes. Father Abraham, I know that you have your schedule already busy, but perhaps this is good news for you, for now you have it official. You can use the tavern for anything that you might require, either as your new home, or perhaps as this asylum for cleansing the cursebots of their afflictions.
I see. And what about things in the tavern that people go to on the regular? You ever
Burn
think
them!
of, but
well,
normal food and things of that nature.
Rosalind needs her baked goods, ingredients. We would hate to lose our sprinkles.
Move them over to Rosalind's bakery.
All right. That can be arranged.
Well,
Sister, has the... apologies.
no, proceed, Warden. I appreciate your assistance in this matter.
Of course. Sister, has the bishop been informed of your requested amendments to the fence around the home of Alice?
No, I was going to mention that next. So, the fence that you had requested around Alice's home, when the good warden constructed it, the father and I realized it looked really suspicious. Not through the warden's fault, but it was sort of like just very much iron bars. Looks like a prison, not something that someone would typically want to put their live around, you know? So I suggested that perhaps, since people could just jump over it anyway, that we make it a little more friendly looking, like a home renovation. Nothing quite that obvious. And bless it in the hope that a blessing would prevent people from crossing over it quite so easily.
Very well, let's have it your way. But I still want a fence to be constructed around the Gardener's family homestead. Perhaps...
Yes, luckily that one does not have to be fit into the environment. It needs to stand out. It needs to be a warning to all.
Yes.
Yes, I think that one you can go crazy with your carpenters.
Hello, Cherry Pie. Good.
I hope to speak to you later, sister, about
Yes.
something else.
Very
No
well.
longer required, I will seek out the captain of the Inquisition and we shall plan the raid.
Wonderful. You have my blessings, and I will gladly join you if it's happening anytime soon.
Of course, we will make sure to keep you informed.
Thank you, good Warden.
Praise be.
Praise be, and may God watches over you. Forgive me, Father. All I've ever tried was to be a good brother, a role model, someone he can look up to. And I have failed. I have failed him and I have failed Ravenwood. But it is not too late to bring him back into the fold and to find out the truth. Please help me in this matter, and together we will save his soul. In your name we pray, Amen.
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 My apologies. I understand that as a bishop, this might seem as a personal matter, but I would do this for anyone.
Of course. And you have my full support.
Thank you, sister. I tried several ways to ease his pain, his past demons, But no matter how much I try, he's always been distant. He's always been keeping these secrets, and the more I discovered, the more I realized that I don't actually know him. So, if he doesn't want to tell me, then he must be made to tell me. I need to know the truth, so that I can help him.
Hopefully, we will unearth that truth one way or the other. Either during this raid or, well, we have ourselves a seeker who is rather good at knowing information, bringing it to me well in advance of when we need to know it.
That we
He
do.
predicted a number of the recent attacks.
You seem to have this seeker wrapped over your finger. That is definitely a good skill to have.
I've given him a purpose where I think perhaps he was a bit lost.
Herr Bishop, the captain had some questions about your request.
Good captain. Ask and I will answer.
I was just curious as to who sent this letter to you.
Let me present it to you, for this is now an official matter that needs to be investigated by the Inquisitors, too.
I will also tell you that the letter was fetched from the aviary and sealed.
Sealed with the family seal of Brins. Where is it? Let me try one more time.
Wait, it was sent to the aviary, not your own mailbox. Interesting.
The mailbox was full of cucumber juice. Don't ask.
I see.
Yes, we have many enemies. Some of them rather juicy.
Mm-hmm.
And rotten to the core. All this talk about cucumbers is making me hungry. Is the bakery open by any chance?
I believe
Not
so.
yet. Oh,
Oh, it isn't?
well, that's perfect.
Well, I have seen Miss Rosalind about, so it's possible.
Wonderful.
I have spoken to Miss Rosalind about increasing the production of food and ensuring that
The people of Ravenwood are
can-
properly fed and happy.
exactly, and it may be that she can find some income by providing our meals exclusively as well.
Wonderful. I think it is fair to provide her this opportunity. After all, her business has been hit quite a bit due to the recent increases of wheat prices, and we need to help her cover up some of her losses. That's the least we can do.
Yes. Are you aware there was an attack last night in the city?
I am not. Has anyone been injured?
Leonidas was quite gravely injured, but he is recovering. He was taken for a ritual. I did ensure to aid Eleanor in healing him and bless him.
Thank you, sister. He is a good man and a good soldier, and will be a great loss not having him around.
I wholly agree. That is why there is a gate placed on the outside of the city. At the moment, the people who were within, which was really just Rosalind, who was frozen to the ground by ice magic. I found her covered in frost and nearly hypothermic. They placed a gate and gave out keys to those who need to come and go. My understanding is that the gate will be open unless there is a time of absolute emergency, in which case it can be closed. The witches grow very bold about coming into the city when there is no one to guard the innocent.
These absolute savages will pay for all their sacrilege and transgressions.
Certainly so.
Thank you, Captain.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for allowing me to read that. I just wanted to be clear that the orders that the warden just communicated to me are indeed
Valid.
just with a clear conscience. And
Yes. I absolutely appreciate your diligence. This is, after all, my brother we're talking about, and this is a heavy matter to investigate. However, it is something that I would do for anyone else. Regardless of our connection, regardless of our relationship, he needs to be brought for questioning. Justice must be served.
What are the official charges for him and Miss Gardner? Aside from relations outside of marriage.
Well, that, and fleeing justice, inability to show up on time, inability to show proper manners, inability to answer a few questions, lying, and, most importantly, being involved in the conspiracy to aid the Cursebloods, who were supposed to be contained in the infirmary. They fled through the tavern, we don't know how. Alden does. Of that I am certain.
Of course. I'll prepare the wanted posters if the captain can assemble the raiding party, and then we will depart once we've all gathered.
Yes, I know Alistair is about, but he was taking a moment to think about some things, so hopefully when he's finished with that, he will be joining us.
Very well.
Yes. We can also ask Mr. Vane, and usually in a little bit, Brother Jeremiah also awaken.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That should
I
be
believe
sufficient.
I saw... Ah, alright. I was going to
Also,
say, I believe I
Warden,
saw it interrupt, but...
Warden, do make sure when preparing the wanted posters, definitely include those very formal charges of not showing up on time and having poor manners. Must make an example.
And having a stupid long beard and long hair.
I will make sure that if he does not get arrested after questioning, that he will not depart without a good shaving.
Yes. And don't forget Isabel too. She is associated and therefore guilty of association.
Of course.
Should we also press charges for improper dress code or something?
Yes.
Alright, just making sure.
I'll make sure to apply everything that we can apply as our great rule of law ordains.
Some of it will stick, I'm sure and certain. Was I certain?
Of course, Herr Bishop. And remember, according to law, you are the judge in all matters related to witchcraft activity.
That is true. Especially without a custodian, I must embrace this mantle even more. And don't forget the fence.
Yeah. You're grateful for the timely arrival of the father and the sister, so that they can assist you in this heavy task.
Indeed, it is time for the church to embrace its rightful place in the society of Ravenwood. The people rely on us, and we must not let them down.
Just as the captain and I shall not let you down.
Of that I'm certain. I have full faith in both of you.
Thank you. Maybe be dismissed.
Yes, you may.
Very well.
Oh boy.
These are very interesting times, Captain.
I think it's time to go have breakfast. Wouldn't you say, sister?
Indeed.
I agree.
Now, if the bishop requires a distraction, we can always...
Will you join us, Father?
Absolutely. I'll not turn out a good breakfast.
Wonderful.
prepare the papers. for
The fat bishop. How dare you? He's not fat. He's full
Were
of
you
faith.
able to sleep well and find a spot
Is
for
the
it,
farm like really,
Father?
really big?
I did, yes. I said too well
Yes,
enough.
I believe so. It is quite large.
I do confess
Maybe
I
Maybe I should
tossed
just
and
put
turned
fencing
quite a
around
bit,
the buildings.
trying to
Mm.
think about
Oh, yes.
the problems that need to be solved here.
Yes, there are quite a few.
I think she's around.
Would you like me to knock?
I'm just trying to see what she's cooking. I don't want to order something that's not on the menu today. That always makes me feel stupid.
She's standing by like this very large cake.
Oh, yes.
Looks like it's some sort of chocolate icing on it.
Oh, yes, a very large cake. I see it from here. Oh, it looks delicious. Oh, yes, that icing. More.
You know, I can hear you, Your Eminence.
I think she's on to us.
Maybe just a bit.
Ah, Miss Rosalind.
Oh,
Fancy
hey,
seeing-
Bishop.
Oh.
How you doing?
So close. Ah, good prince. What a wonderful surprise to run into you in this moment of almost breakfast. Welcome, welcome.
Right. Were you trying to stretch out your back when you're just sitting around the corner trying to,
Well, to be
use
perfectly
the wall
frank,
to peek in?
good prince, I felt a bit guilty for yesterday. Miss Rosalind went out of her way to design such a magnificent feast. This time around, I wanted to perhaps temper my my creativity and to come up with something a bit more humble that is currently present on the menu. You know that Miss Rosalind always makes things fresh, and I wanted to simply see first what she has to offer before I order something like a pie cake covered in pancakes, surrounded by muffins, glazed with all sorts of frosting and with caramel and whipped cream inside.
And sprinkles.
And sprinkles. Cannot forget about those. But these matters are not of great importance. What brings you to the tavern? Are you also hungry, or perhaps are you interested in sharing some news with us?
If I had the news, I would share it, but quite frankly, I only just awoken myself.
Wonderful.
I just wanted to make sure that everything was alright over here.
In that case, allow me to quickly share some news with you. I promise I'll make it as fast as possible, for I know how valuable your time is. We have discussed the matter of cleansing Miss Alice, the cursed blood that was captured yesterday, and convinced to go through this treatment. Father Abraham took it upon himself to prepare a structured program for her that will involve both me and sister to beat the devil out of her, so to say. Isn't that right, Father?
That's
Right.
absolutely correct.
Wonderful. I have great expectations from this program, and even if it does not work, we can always go back to the pyre. But if it does, this will be a huge deal to both the devil and all the witches in these lands.
Yeah, perhaps if it does work and seeing how effective it is, then we'll just have a collection of coin every time one of these witches gets put in, and then find them enough so we can keep your how you would call this adventure acquisition trial, whatever you want to call it, going.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the good news. Now that the tavern is essentially not a tavern anymore, the cost has gone down dramatically.
Speaking of, where is Alden?
That is the second thing I would like to discuss with you, good prince. allow me to present you with this letter that arrived yesterday. This letter arrived yesterday from Alden Bryn himself, where he confesses to no longer being trustworthy. Where he confesses or betraying our people, our trust. And he must be brought for questioning and to explain himself. I already made the order. The Inquisitors, along with us, will go into the farm and we will look for him and we will bring him or Isobel for questioning. Whatever happened on that day when the Cursebloods fled through the tavern, there are still more questions that need to be answered. Alden failed to show up on time to explain them, and when he provided his meager explanation to me directly, I found it dissatisfactory at best. With the recent questions and rumors spreading around, I must know the truth, and I know that he knows more.
Right, but not trying to steal your thunder, if you will, but this letter does not really say that he is guilty. He actually says that the rumors, the false rumors he tried to clear his name of, that it wasn't enough, but it doesn't really state that he is guilty of all we've charged him with, which, quite honestly, I don't think we've charged him with anything just yet.
Good Prince. If he was not guilty, then why would he be running away? If he had nothing to hide, then why would he be hiding? If he was faithful and devout, then why wouldn't he think that he can simply clear his name by showing up in present and face to face answer all our questions and walk about the front gate, a free man?
Oh, I don't disagree with that. That is why I, honestly, every moment we started, we're trying to have him question. I was going to have it personally done so I could understand his point of view before any actual trial, but I don't understand why he's not been here at all. A simple request from the prince should have been enough for him to show up.
Then perhaps you can join us during this friendly what should we call it? Perhaps a ceremony.
Of his facility.
Something of a parade. Yes, this friendly parade to the Gardenier's farm where we will search it for any kind of Curseblood activity. After all, that place has been affected by these Cursebloods many of times. We simply want to make sure that this family home is safe.
Bishop, I believe the word is incursion, not parade.
I prefer the parade.
Parade normally is happy.
Do you say that?
Sound happy.
It does sound good, smell good, yes.
Miss Roslyn,
Yes, Your Eminence.
I heard your call. I'm ready.
What? I haven't called. I didn't want to interrupt you with His Highness.
I could swear I heard the most angelic voice calling upon my name. Or
Perhaps
was it
you
my
heard-
nose?
Your note.
My nose.
Oh,
I'm not trying to imply that I often hear angels singing to my nose, but your food, your majestic cooking can only be described as angelic. I apologize for my sacrilegious words, but that is how I feel. It is the best metaphor I can think of when describing the miracles you have bestowed upon us.
your words are kind, Your Eminence. Thank you.
Call it like I see it, Miss Roslyn. Or I call it like I smell it.
I do have a suggestion, just a simple one. Take it or leave it. But I know it says the pastry corner, but a slice of heaven would be so much
Oh, yes.
more fitting for this place.
Get your
Good.
breakfast, I'll get my horse.
Wonderful.
And just so I'm clear, it's not some kind of parade. It's simply a retrieval, so I can question it myself.
Excellent choice, good prince. Excellent choice. Your wisdom truly brings us the much-needed guidance we so desperately lack.
Since you're going to be on your way, perhaps something more easy to eat along the way.
Oh, well, I guess that it's not the worst idea. Surprise me, Miss Rosalind. What would be the easiest thing on your menu for my stomach to politely consume?
Well, I've created a very... it's like a meat pie that you can hold in your hand. It's in the shape of a triangle.
Very well, I like triangles.
Let me
I
take
like-
it out of the oven.
I like meat pies. I like ovens.
Mm-hmm.
Can we add some sprinkles on top of the meat pie for Sister Immaculata?
Oh, we can always share some sprinkly treat later, I'm sure.
Very well. Cancel the sprinkles. For now.
Wouldn't want too much sugar getting in the way of maintaining our energy about in the field.
You're correct, sister. After all, too much sugar would be a bad thing. At least now.
Mm.
Just like vultures.
I'm
Waiting.
curious, Your Eminence. Did you manage to even speak with your brother at all? Or is this the first you've heard from him via this letter?
This is the first I heard from him in a while, but I did have a private conversation with him in the tavern where he explained himself, and I found it insufficient. And I wanted to conduct further investigation with the custodian, but unfortunately now that he passed away, I no longer have that option. So I need to take matters into my own hands.
There is something lovely about savory every now and again.
Indeed it is. Stretching over there. Miss Rosalind, how much longer?
Not too long. Almost done here.
Not trying to sound impatient, but you are putting us through rigorous trials.
Mm.
There you are.
And they smell delightful.
Thank you.
Oh, yes. I will provide a good home to this spy. Don't you worry, Miss Rosalind.
My prince,
Yes.
the bishop asked me to post
Thank you so much.
very specific bounties for the arrest of Isabel Gardner and Mr. Bryn. Perhaps you would like to review them on the board.
Yeah.
The wording was very much
Betrayer!
dictated by
Why must you bring this
what
up
I have
to the
on
prince? I had a solid plan there.
preemptive reason.
Hate you, Warden. It's like he's very like it's. I know.
You might have to be a bit careful. I'm sure they're still very hot.
Our best. Oh, it's so worth it.
So delicious. Oh, it's so good. Thank you so much for this.
You're welcome.
Really hits the spot.
Mmm. Let it cool a little bit longer, but what I can taste
Why
is
does everyone
delicious.
always have their own agenda, their own...
Oh,
Figured something quick, since you all seem to be today.
yes, we are.
Yes, he is always
Miss Rosalind, you have
supportive
outdone
to
yourself just like
place a
always.
plan.
I am running out of compliments. I'm running out of adjectives to describe your wonderful talents, but perhaps there are some still left that I should hurl straight at you. And no matter how effective your evasive maneuvers are, I command you as the head of the church to embrace them all and revel in them, because that is what you deserve.
Thank you.
Very well then, we must not let the prince wait. We have a parade to attend to.
Of course, the materials have been prepared and the bounties are up for your inspection.
Wonderful, Warden. I believe our inquisitors are ready, and so is the prince.
Yes, and I believe Eleanor and Mr. Vane are joining us.
Speak to you later.
Wonderful.
Yes, please be careful in whatever you're doing.
See you soon, Miss Rosalind. Very soon.
We are doing a parade.
God be with you.
And with you. All of you.
Just so clear, there's no violence until actually we are being attacked, which I highly doubt he would.
Of course, good prince, of course. Ah, Eleanor.
Keep in mind it's your own brother.
Ah, yes, of course, it is you.
I'll be right back.
Well, why don't you join us on this parade, just in case we get ambushed by another lion or perhaps a bunch of witches. The more the merrier. Wonderful.
Yes, there might be devil shrubs there.
Ah, yes. Many shrubs, many barrels.
The devil shrubs. Satan's succulents.
Did you know that sometimes they now hide in rock? They disguise themselves as large stones.
Hmm.
Hello, MRP, by the
Luckily,
way.
these rocks are mostly
hope you're
vertical.
doing
They're
well.
quite easy to
I
recognize.
don't want to
if
kick.
you
I
have
don't want to kick rocks, please. Thank you.
Do not worry.
Kick them, you just like push them.
Eleanor, I think some of your talents is wasted on this profession. I think you have already proved yourself to be rather efficient at other tasks. Perhaps we could discuss a potential promotion, and you could attend to some other duties to the prince and to Ravenwood.
Your Eminence, is there a reason that there are pyres all over this valley?
That was my idea.
Ah, all right.
I placed
Ah.
them here for two reasons. One, as a warning to witches, a bit of an intimidation tactic, and two, at night it helps us see the field.
Wonderful
In case
idea.
there is an attack.
Good thinking.
Bit of a demoralization and gives them less avenues of cover at night. It's an idea I've had for a while, I just haven't implemented it till now.
I am curious about these witches. Is there a community that they inhabit? Mostly,
Yes.
besides coming to harass Ravenwood.
But they have their own places that only they can visit. but they also hail from 2 towns. One is called Willowbrook and the other Shadowing.
I would
Then
like
there's
this
a
to
new
what is just a ton
government
of
who fought
spires.
themselves. It's
I
called the
like that.
Scarce Chosen. They are the supporters of the Queen Bitch, as one might put it. They are the most
Language.
ones. And mainly because
Possible to
Well, we only
Send
call it
missionaries
what
there.
the prince calls it.
It's true.
if
I
we were
really
able to send missionaries, perhaps drop off some books and they can educate themselves in the Lord.
I believe brother Dimitri visits them sometimes, though I would not call him a missionary. He's a man with a mission, but
It is more of a
That is-
treachery. Sacrilege. Heresy was what I would call it.
The Archpriestess Ode of the more peaceful witches has read the Bible.
That she did.
All of it already. Very good.
yes, she got possession of the bishop's Bible.
To the farm then.
Yes, Henry, please take us to the farm.
Which one is Gardner's home?
It seems the Seeker is here to join us.
Indeed. This way, good prince. I will lead us over there. I've been there many of times before.
Oh, he has already searched their home.
Have you? And what did you discover?
I mean, paraded.
Are they
It
present?
was empty. Their personal belongings seemed to be gone. The only thing there was an abandoned dog.
I remember this one. This one used to belong to Victoria. They would leave it behind.
Would you mind if I take care of it? My dog ran off scared after the lightning from Bryce yesterday.
Of course. I think you will provide him with a good home. Or her. I don't quite know.
I'll investigate, but I'll have a good place for him by the fireplace.
Very good. Let us still see the home. I wish to witness it with my own eyes.
That's the wrong way, Bishop.
This way is where I always go to visit it.
Nothing of import was seen. I'm an excellent rider, as everyone knows.
Indeed.
Ah yes, I remember the harvest festival here.
Indeed.
They're very big fans.
Just me, or did the house got bigger?
And everyone hates him. I got no. Did you crash?
Maybe. Not sure.
Just won't even talk to me.
Even a
Really?
minute ago.
Nope. How is it possible? Well, if you talk to him, there is a cooldown. It will wait like you have to wait like 6 or 7 seconds for him to give you the interaction. Really?
There are signs that the
Let me check your
animals
tanks.
are fed today.
I don't think it's. There are no tanks. Just as Carmen's preparing to report. But I've been waiting this whole time. Oh, wait a bit longer. It
Let's
should
say
take like
catch up
7
after
seconds.
sending the letter.
And don't interrupt, the conversation.
Wait, where's his sister Immaculata?
She might be around consecrating the grounds. I will look into him, but it works for everyone else. Freaking Henry.
Anyone home? Surprised I left
The
that
grave,
door
Mr.
open.
Argonier. We have to.
And there's all rather fresh produce, I assume. Fire still lit.
It seems like they must have left quite recently.
Is not that your sword, Bishop?
It is. I left it here as the symbol of protection of this home. The Gardeniers, they are not exactly well off. They couldn't even afford proper weaponry. They only defended themselves with gardening tools. This is strange.
I'm disappointed. There's no quest inside.
Good prince.
Yes.
Don't you find this suspicious? Not finding Alden here, that could be explained, but Isabel? This was her only home. The home of her family, her sister. Where would they be? Were they kidnapped? Did they flee? Did they have a reason to flee?
Quite honestly, I don't know the answer to any of those questions, but I have them myself.
Something is not quite right. We must find them.
Of course, but you do realize that the bounty you put on the board, which I did not agree upon, will send them even farther away if they ever would walk into Ravenwood.
They're already far! Perhaps they will understand the best place they can hide is in plain sight.
By scaring them off.
We need to do something, good prince. They've already been away for too long. If we don't do anything, then what's going to change? Maybe someone will find them, maybe someone will notice. And they will come forward with the information.
Perhaps.
A question, Bishop.
Yes.
Do you remember the conversation that we had with the priest a couple of days ago? The priest of the witches.
Yes, I do.
He mentioned Arabella Garnier.
Yes, I do believe you are correct.
Do you think there is something to do
Hello,
with
Stormy.
her condition that may have affect your brother and Isabel? Maybe someone trying to get to her and may have hurt them.
I do not know. I do not know anything. But we need to figure this out. They need to be found and retrieved. And questioned. Oh, there she is.
You're alright, sister.
There is someone watching me when Henry, he refused to talk to me, and then I got here and my vision faded. It was darkness and whispers all around the caravan.
Let us return.
That man.
That can only mean one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Please tell me we get to kill the queen bitch today.
Let us head
If
back
you-
to
if-
Ravenwood.
It was happened right when I stepped through the farm side of the caravan.
Perhaps at some point, Mr. Seeker, you can search the locked nightstand. Not now.
Let us return back to the original way. The soldiers might jump off the cliff, but we would prefer to use appropriate path.
Yes.
What was it that you wanted me to search, Warden?
Oh, there is a locked nightstand upstairs.
Bishop, would you like your holy mace back?
There was nothing.
Just in case.
perhaps, just in case.
Excellent. Gotcha.
Maybe get your sword back.
Yes, your
Thank
sword.
you.
I appreciate
I have retrieved it.
Give it to the father. The sword could come in handy.
I actually have the.
Oh yes, you are well equipped then.
Very well.
But I warn you, I'm not. I'm far too.
Freaking pacifist.
I have to pull up the holy.
Yes, there are a number of them.
Yes, I am not skilled, but I believe I'm strong enough to do what I must, defend myself for at least a bit.
But you
It's
lack
just
in
so-
experience. You can overcome your enemy with your faith and devotion.
Indeed, 'tis my shield. I've never seen a darkness like that, though. Just
Whoa,
like this.
it is happening again. Be on guard.
I'll get. I brought some holy water with.
Wonderful. Start spraying immediately. This way! The undead are attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Have no fear. Power of Christ compelled.
The dog is going to die if you let it continue.
Ah, see, it's working. Your faith is true. Be gone.
Have no fear, Father Abraham is here and
What's
he's throwing
explosive?
holy water. Explosives, my goodness. Alright. It's time to bring out the big guns.
I'm weakening them with the holy water. Your evidence.
Wonderful. Ah, I'm stuck. There we go, I got one. Hit me! Jerk. I'll get you back. Ah, juked. This is a freaking PvE slayer. His weapon, so it should be good.
Stand strong. Be gone, Fauci.
Holy water. 2 damage to undead. They better.
The best, thank you.
Let's protect the sister. Father is still throwing holy water.
Ah, holy water.
Sorry, Warden.
No apologies necessary.
Once the divine whirlwind begins, it's hard to stop it.
Well done.
Hell right. Let us slay these beasts and send them back to the underworld where they belong. 30 minutes to fight the undead. what happens, Beefund, when you leave us. Don't ever do it again.
The question is, why are they around the farm?
I believe someone was watching us come through.
This man always seems to show up whenever we are pursuing Curse Bloods. Could it be a sign?
This undead queen is a Cursed Blood herself. It is certainly no coincidence. Enjoy us for twin dicing. Oh my god, Sin with the freaking grenades. Well done, Father. Your supplies of holy water truly helped us achieve this great victory against the undead.
Yes. I spent most of the morning consecrating water.
Wonderful. Look up the cliff over there.
Is that someone pointing or something?
It's the undead. It's messenger.
Eleanor? Yes. I don't think your holy water can reach, but some of the arrows might.
Oh,
Be
good
careful.
lord. I've never seen such foul magic.
Slay him in the name of our Lord.
Careful.
Ah, he's fleeing.
Be gone from these lands. It does look
stop.
amazing.
Ah, his party trick.
I see it went this way.
Yes, Father Abraham. Apply more holy water at once.
Yes.
I lost him.
It went that way somewhere. I think that might be some sort of beast down there. I'm not sure what it is. Some sort of evil beast.
Shoot it, Eleanor. Shoot it at once.
It has fallen.
It was a turtle. It was a turtle. False alarm.
It's already dead.
Well done, both of you. I think we chased it off.
I'd rather it be on a pyre than chased off.
Indeed, but a victory is a victory nonetheless. And we will get an opportunity to finish the job one day.
Speaking of finishing the job, is their home still to be fenced?
No, I do not believe it is necessary. They left it, and I don't see them ever coming back. We must find their new home and put a fence around that one.
As you wish.
Well, we are done here. Let us head back to Ravenwood.
But if someone has a piece of stuff.
Thank you to everyone who joined us on this expedition. I have double jump? Oh my god, no, I hate it.
Pardon.
That is alright, sister, you weigh nothing. I didn't feel a thing.
Good.
It was like a gentle feather landed on my shoulders. I didn't even need to brush it off, it just went away on its own.
Glad to see the dog was unharmed.
Indeed.
Was a bit worried about that.
Luckily so. Alright, well, that was an interesting expedition.
Yes, indeed. Kate, take us back to Ravenwood. Sister, why don't you go first, and I'll go after you.
Thank
I'm
you.
just going to bury these bodies.
Thank you. That is a good
Wise.
idea. Curious. It's really broken for her. There it is. Yes, there is a weight note in every caravan for a reason, because Peepers used it for escape. And whenever harassing someone. Too close. Ravenwood it is.
Hence. Do you wish to uphold the arrest warrants?
More of a tip line about potentially their whereabouts would be more appropriate.
Yes, search and retrieve.
I'll reformulate the messages.
Thank you, Warden. I apologize for the confusion. We now have more fresh information about the whereabouts, or lack thereof, of my brother Alden Bryn and Isabel.
Do not worry, it is the sign of a good leader to make changes as the situation
Ah, yes, one must
changes
adjust,
as well.
depending on how the
Adjust, yeah.
situation develops.
Exactly. Just as the interpretation of the Bible changes, as the great theologists of the Vatican continue their studies.
Indeed, the wise words in the scripture take years to properly comprehend.
Would you be, speaking of which, would you be available at some point, sister?
Yes, you may borrow her for now. Take good care of her. She is precious to us.
Thank you.
I will speak to you afterwards, Bishop.
Very well, sister. I'll be looking forward to it.
Okay.
Do not forget, we have
Feel free to
our
speak to
plans.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to speak to the bishop first if that's more convenient.
No,
Before
no.
I can speak, I just need to quickly amend the bounties before
Oh.
misunderstandings get out.
Oh, this
That's
this
fine.
plan of ours will take a bit longer than that.
Mhm.
Good warden. Who's called
look,
good Gustav?
the amendment should only take a minute or two. So.
No, I crashed. Damn it. Crash. Alright, we are back. Till I can go grab myself a yogurt in the meantime. And you guys go get some drinks, go stretch. It's very important. I'll do the same. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I got my yogurt. Hi Derek, sounds good. Thank you for showing up at least for a while. Get some rest. Much deserved. We'll take it from here. I probably won't be around much longer myself. I'm also feeling a bit scratchy in the throat. I have overdone it with the cold drinks when it was so hot.
Well, yeah, let's get you someplace where you can sit down and not have to stand out here. Do you need more aid? Do you need food, drink, anything?
I need to speak with the bishop.
Well met, Leonidas. I heard of your struggles, and I thank the Lord Almighty for sparing your life and giving you enough courage and strength to persevere. How did you manage to survive such a difficult encounter with the Cursebloods? Thank you.
That's what I need to speak to you about, Bishop.
Come, let us sit somewhere comfortable and tell me the whole story, if, of course, you feel up to the task. How about Miss Rosalind's bakery? I can think of no better place to find solace and comfort.
If that's what you'd like, Bishop, yes. We can do that.
Eleanor, if you deem it necessary, then absolutely we can go to the clinic and you can look over his wounds. It's probably for the best.
Yes.
Although
Yes,
I personally dislike the clinic immensely, and the ones who work there, especially after that twerp, proved to be a Curseblood sympathizer, Kaiman. This
Also,
is important.
It is no longer a safe place, as Kaiman suggested it would be, so do be on alert when you are in there treating.
Yes, I do realize you work there, but you're no Kaiman. I trust you. Alright, to the infirmary.
Yes, Bishop.
The rest of you come with. This sounds like a story you all should hear, so that we all can get inspired by this tale of courage and heroism.
Being inspired.
I'm waiting for the...
Alright, make yourself comfortable. And let Eleanor do her whatever she does. So tell me, my child, what happened there? I heard of a ritual.
They took me. They took me for a blood ritual. They managed to slip through the gates. Somehow. And it was just Rosalind
Sammy.
and I. I took one down, but the one they call Reese came to me and he used his foul magic to cast me down. There was nothing I could do.
You have done enough. You survived. You protected Miss Roslyn and her bakery, and the rest of the town. Hello, Atali, the troll is here.
I feel like I've let the Lord down.
Nonsense.
I've failed him.
You haven't let anyone down. You haven't failed at all. These obstacles are insurmountable by nature. They are meant to be survived. They are meant to test us, so we can show courage and faith. If all our trials were simple, and if we were to simply brush them off as an easy thing to achieve, then they would be no trials at all. Laying down watching the stream. Well, I hope you will get some good rest.
Part of me feels like I would have rather have died than to give them more power. They should have killed me instead.
No. Our God decided to spare your life so that you can fight back, so that you can avenge what they took away from you. This price that was paid in blood must be repaid in the same way. And we will spill all of theirs all over this foul battlefield and carve your name on their skulls before they are thrown at the pyre.
I always admired your enthusiasm, Bishop. You always have a way to inspire people.
Oh, my son. I wasn't exactly myself in the last few days, weeks. I also struggled with faith and with my ability to make sense of it all, but I realized we are all human. We all have our moments when we feel down, beaten down by these trials. But that is the point of living. To learn from them, to rise, and to face them again and again and again until we succeed and show our Lord that we will not be denied our rightful place by his side. We are his children. He put his faith in us, and we must put our faith in him.
Yes. Yes, you're right, Bishop. Forgive me. All I can ask is for forgiveness from the Lord.
You are forgiven. He sees your pain, and he understands that you tried your best, and you survived. A miracle, a blessing bestowed upon you.
I swear, Bishop, I will fight again. I will.
You better. Because I want you on my side. And together, we will teach these cursed-blood abominations the meaning of pain and justice.
Yes, it illuminates quite a bit of the.
Yes. We will kill them together, Bishop.
I'm out there.
That we will. Miss Eleanor, is there anything we can do to ease his pain and speed up the recovery? Just take your time, do not let me distract you. I will get you the water.
Thank you, Eleanor. You didn't have to.
This works. There's no fire, we'll just put it over this. It's fine.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So sorry. Thank you kindly, Bishop.
Freaking Maddock. That works. Makes his belly pop out a bit more. This emote. Oh, poor freaking Leonidas. He got his ass kicked by the witches more than anyone. But I like the way he RPs it, you know. Definitely consequential. Oh my god. Speaking of liking how things are RP. Kind of scared me for a moment. Yum! Just had a little spinach salad with Dijon mustard dressing. Ooh, sounds lovely. Look at you. Definitely does. Healthy too. Mustard, yeah. Yeah, I don't eat mustard at all myself. Don't like it. I don't like dressings either. I don't like salads. I like vegetables, but I hate when it's mixed, when it's touching each other, and when it's like transferring the flavors of various veggies together. I hate that. I can't. I can do salads. Gross. My food, I just don't like it when it touches each other. I prefer mustard too, but I do love the yummy salad. I mean, salads are of course great, you know, very healthy, but I swear you're like a monk. I just like it separate, okay? I love my lettuce, I love my tomatoes, I love, you know, all of it, but my goodness, don't dice it and don't mix it together.
Oh, sorry.
I like the mixed flavor. That's a normal thing to do, Stubby. You don't have to justify anything. I am the one who's weird. I will recognize that.
Alright, gonna snuff it.
But we've already established throughout several streams that my taste buds are just wonky and broken. I am a degenerate when it comes to food, I get it. I will go check up on the Inquisitors. Take good care of him, Eleanor, please.
Thank you.
They sweet fruit. My nephew won't touch anything that's not fries and chicken nuggets. Oh, yeah. Trying to force kids to eat something healthy is like trying to bash your head through a wall. That's for sure. My niece is amazing. Like, she loves blueberries. She eats everything that she can, like, grab with her little fingers. As long as she can squash it a few times, you know, she's happy. It's she's like a little surgeon, you know. She just uses those little fingers to like grab these things, and of course she throws it on the ground a few times and laughs her ass off because she's evil. And she just finds it hilarious, you know, when everyone's like, "No, please don't." This is my little adorable. Oh yeah, she is the most adorable freaking little beast of a child, I know, and she's awesome. I'll send you some new videos. I have plenty every day. It's awesome. The main source of my dopamine rush. That's for sure. Speaking of dopamine rush. Oh. Oh, Mr. Rosalind, I haven't seen you there.
Mm-hmm.
That is,
Have some breakfast if you're still hungry.
how could I refuse such a generous offer? Look at that. You look so proud. So many choices. Come join. There is plenty for everyone. We have pancakes. We have pies. Meat pies. Sausages. Steaks. Oh. He's adorable. Yeah, the kids are just the most photogenic freaking nerds ever. And you know, when my niece is the cutest, when she's sitting on her body, you know, when she's being potty trained, she looks like so hilarious.
I figured you all would be hungry after whatever you're doing out there.
Yes, indeed. You have no idea how hungry I was. What is she banging that with?
I'm just grabbing more of the meat pies from the oven.
Bakery Plus. Heck yeah. It's more a food stand than a bakery. Kind of. Oh, delightful. Divine. So fresh. And filled with flavor. Things are poofing over there.
I'm glad you like it.
Miss Rosalind, I never had a chance to ask you, what do you like? What is your favorite food? Do you... I don't know if there is any kind of rule, like, for example, doctors aren't supposed to be their own doctors, but do you also cook for yourself?
I do.
What is your favorite meal?
Oh, well, that depends on the day. If I feel like A comforting meal for me would probably be some sort of noodle, some sort of pasta.
Noodle, pasta. A good choice. Speaking of noodles, pastas, and empty carbohydrates. Kent, it is good to see you.
Did you just refer to me as an empty carbohydrate?
Not at all. I was simply making small talk with Miss Roslyn over there. What brings you to Ravenwood? How is the hamlet?
I mean, I haven't seen no one dead there since the last time.
That is a good change. Seems like every time we visited in the last few days, there was some kind of witchcraft going on. Don't you find it a bit suspicious?
Yeah, all them undead sprouting out of the ground. I wonder if the hamlet's built on a former graveyard or something.
Perhaps. Ah, if it isn't our experimental project approaching us.
Project?
Yes.
Blessings, your radiance.
Project Alice.
Alice.
Indeed.
Would you like some breakfast, Alice? It's there on the counter if you want to serve yourself.
Let me prepare it for her.
Unfortunately, I am fasting today.
Ah. Yes, you passed the test. It is true. Father Abraham informed me of her fasting as one of the many ways to bring her closer to the Lord. But just in case, step aside. I need to consecrate the grounds around her.
Oh, very well.
Very well, stand.
For you, Kent, if you're hungry.
Stand here in this circle of holy water.
Sorry, say that again?
I said the same goes for you, Kent, if you're hungry.
Yes, get him one of everything. He needs more muscles on that skinny, bony body of his.
I'm just bringing up meat pies now.
Do you have any bacon by any chance? Someone offered me some and then gave me some awful stuff.
Cover it
yes,
in caramel.
It's right here. Caramel?
Okay.
Yes.
I have syrup, but not
Cover
caramel.
the syrup with caramel, then cover it with bacon, and add some sprinkles on top.
Of course,
yeah. Let
Your
me
Holiness.
get some more things here for you.
Quite the sweet tooth.
This is not for me, Ken. This is for you. You will thank me later. This will put some hair on your chest. Trust me.
Why was he watering?
Why was he watering me? Oh, it was holy water because of a cursed blood.
It is for her own
He
good
was
and for
consecrating
yours.
the ground.
Wait, actually, shouldn't the other way around? Shouldn't she be sprinkling holy water in front of her as she walks, or behind her?
Yes, I should. But I figured since she's standing, I don't need to. I can save some holy water.
She should do. If you gave her some.
Oh.
I have some, actually.
Wonderful. Make sure everywhere
no,
you
it's all
go,
for you.
you spray your path with holy water.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna grab the pancakes here.
Ah, yes, well done.
Are you feeling alright?
Some of the water hit me right in my mouth. Kent,
Greetings.
are you enjoying your bacon, syrup, caramel, and sprinkles?
There's no caramel or sprinkles, Your Eminence.
Why not?
You got a problem?
What?
Why not?
Excuse me.
I asked, do you have a problem?
Oh, excuse me.
I was walking.
Right.
Fear not, Curseblood Alice. He is here for your protection just as he is for ours.
I see.
Yes. He's just doing his job. Or is that a problem?
No. Your radiance.
Good.
Kent, I'm kidnapping you, and we're going to go shut the door. Do you consent?
What?
I don't need to be kidnapped.
It's a small little joke.
I think I know what's going on here. Kent? Are you two an item? Was this a code for premarital sex?
No.
I see all. And now it's time for me to have the talk with you two. You did this to yourself.
I mean, I'm literally being just a good neighbour.
I don't think I should be privy to this blasphemous conversation.
I believe he is my landlord.
Landlord, you have abused your position of power to seduce this Inquisitor? What did you do?
I ain't done nothing.
Did you raise her price?
What? She ain't got implying a woman has got a price, Bishop. Now that is very ungentlemanly.
The price of her accommodation.
Well, she don't pay for it. How
Did
can
you
I raise
fluff
the
her
price?
sheets, huh? History?
He has been
Huh?
talking about how he's been in my room multiple times lately.
Without
No,
you?
I haven't been in your room multiple times. It was just the once to check to see if anything was being stolen.
Did you steal her innocence?
No. What?
Choose your words carefully, Kent. You don't just respond to me, you respond to God.
I swear I haven't done anything, and even if I did, I probably didn't know.
Can you corroborate
I
this
don't
story?
understand what's happening.
He has not stolen my purity.
Good. Make sure it stays that way. Until, of course, the sanctimony of marriage has occurred.
Oh, are we going to have a marriage soon?
I certainly hope so. Tomorrow,
They've
then,
decided
I'll
to-
reserve the church.
No, maybe...
Tomorrow's good, everyone, right? We don't have anything planned.
Ooh, can I come?
Not yet. You still need to pass several trials before you are to face the sanctity of the church. Right now, if you enter, you might melt in front of our eyes. And although the sight of it would be very satisfying to some, too many hopes and too much effort was invested in you for this to go away.
Your Radiance, I prayed in the church, well, except for recently when you kicked me out of Ravenwood, but before then, I prayed in the church every single day and did not burn.
That is different. Right now, your devil was exposed. It is no longer in hiding, and as such, this makes you vulnerable.
If it makes me vulnerable, wouldn't it be better for me to be in a church? Then I would be vulnerable to, you know, God's embrace and all that.
Right now, entering the church might simply tear your soul asunder. Would you like that? You are not prepared to face the God Almighty just yet in his home.
Okay.
Good. Now then, to the wedding.
It's not going to be a wedding, Bishop.
You're not going to break my heart, are you, Kent?
I gotta go.
The life of a bachelor might seem promising to you right now, but one day you will wake up in an empty bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking to yourself, what if I was a father? What if I had my 12 children around me right now, and they were helping me plow the fields or harvest the apples? Clean the snow from the driveway.
What? Kale wants to marry you? That's incredible.
Wait, 2 weddings?
Okay,
12
come on, I
children.
need an escort home.
Oh,
For now.
Come on.
such
I need an escort
vitality.
home. Get out of the bushes. Why are you hiding in the bushes? I'm pretty sure you just said
Speechless.
that Kale would be trying to get you two married. Come on.
Very well, we will discuss the details later.
Alright, well,
I'm very happy for you, Kent. I'm glad you saw the light. Sister, are you done with your
Congratulations, Ken.
conversation?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. I hope everything went well.
Indeed.
We just had a marvelous breakfast over at the bakery. Come see.
Enjoy it, Ken.
Look at that, sister.
Oh,
If there's nothing pressing, then I'm going to retire.
that is quite impressive.
That truly is. I wonder, have you shared with Miss Roslyn our arrangement?
With who?
I have, yes. We just need to find
Kent, yes, yes.
a quiet place.
I'm sorry, you're under arrest.
The chopper.
You're
That I was thinking.
confined, home confinement.
Oh, yes.
Sorry,
Can
you'll
it be
have to
locked?
come in with me.
Yes,
I'm
you must
joking.
come with her right now.
Yes.
It is imperative that you follow her.
Wonderful.
No, we just had that conversation that has to wait until after
Is
marriage.
Kent alright?
Yes, he's getting married.
Yes, but any good courtship begins with some private time. You know, just you, a tablecloth, and some picnic baskets.
And God. Don't forget God.
And God, of course. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. I like Kent. I think he'll be a good husband.
Where did he go? I've lost
Yes,
him.
as long as he
It's the
doesn't
pre-wedding
assist in
jitters.
any more returns of undead queens.
Hmm.
Apparently, Eleanor and Gale are also to be married.
Oh yes, I'll make sure of it.
Yes, it's very high on the priorities list, I believe. Since they are already trying to live together in sin.
Not for long. They shall be cleansed both. Perhaps we can have a double wedding.
Oh yes, extra cake.
Extra cake.
We have a lot of celebrations to plan. Weddings, the feast of the sainthood of... Oh, that reminds me. We now need to consider, perhaps I will take a look at it myself, a different arrangement for the good saint's body. It's a reliquary now, and it's very exposed. Perhaps a little mausoleum sort of situation there by the tree.
Perhaps. We could build a little mausoleum around it.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. We'll see what we can do. Miss Roslyn, your relocation of food items is making me anxious. Can you just
apologize.
stand still for a moment? Well, now you're making me even more nervous. I got used to the idea of you constantly doing something. And now when you're not, I feel like something's wrong.
You and I both. I'm often doing something.
Well, perhaps just act naturally, you know, just do what you usually do.
Right.
Oh, Rosalind, the tavern will be closing its doors. However, the merchant that you need to speak to will be moving here closer to your bakery, I believe.
All right. I'm sure we can make accommodations and whatnot.
I don't think it needs to be like inside, because just in case anyone else. But yes, we could make sure that like it gets a little bit of the awning here, maybe something like that.
Indeed, to protect them from the elements. And of
Exactly.
course, the closer they are to a tavern, Miss Rosalind, the more exposure you will receive.
Yes.
What's wrong? You sound uncertain. Don't you like being exposed? I mean, don't you like it when there is exposure aimed at your tavern, bringing you more customers?
Well, I'm not a tavern. I'm a bakery.
Well, of course.
Yes.
Perhaps you could supplement the some of the more honorable aspects of the tavern. I know it's a lot after, of course, you accept the duties of a custodian. There will be a lot on your plate, but I have full faith in your abilities to handle it all.
Wait, what? You were formally named the custodian?
Oh, it's just a formality. I'm sure she will accept.
Ah.
Perhaps extending the front a little to add seating.
Excellent idea. Yes, seating would be. I mean, the seating that you have is lovely, but if people were to come by and want to sit in greater number,
And I'm sure they will. If you combine your custodian's office with your bakery, then you can kill two birds with one stone. They can come over, spill their beans, and you can spill some wonderful lemonade all over them in the meantime.
That sounds awful.
That analogy sounded much better in my head. I don't know what happened.
what do we call a bakery that's also a tavern and also a custodian's office? There has to be some sort of term for that.
The baker-stodian.
The baker-stodian. Okay.
Custodiary.
Right. Maybe one step at a time.
Nonsense! Let us take them all at once, and let us stumble into the better future for you, Miss Rosalind.
Perhaps
Right.
the Grand Custodian doesn't know.
Rolls of the tongue.
Yes.
Father, would you like some breakfast?
Yes, I would like some breakfast. That would be excellent.
Very
I
well.
was
So,
simply coming over to see if I could start removing all the sinful things in the tavern.
Alice was just here. She sounded confident, perhaps too confident. I think she needs to have her spirit broken. Radically. She needs to be reminded of humbleness. That is the key.
She was also aggressive.
Yes, I've noticed it too. She was very aggressive.
That's normal for her.
Exactly. That's normal for her curse-bot self. But we need her to hit red button.
I was told to come and talk to you because I can't get married to her. It ain't like that.
Why not, Kent? Would you like to spend the rest of your life living in sin?
I don't live in sin.
I believe he may want to confess.
Confession. Very well then.
What?
Come with me.
I've been gambling.
You've been gambling?
Yeah, like a lot every day, even when the taverns closed.
Maybe you
I'll
want to
go
save
in
it
anyway.
for confession, and not in the town.
Father Abraham, this sounds like an emergency. Perhaps this program for curing the curse bots could also be used for curing the sinners.
I see, alright. Yes, we can We can make necessary adjustments as needed.
Very well, Kent. From henceforth you shall live under Father Abraham's care in his asylum. Start packing. You won't need much.
No.
Your horse can stay in the hamlet.
No.
You want it as a place where people can stay inside.
Yes, I don't think the until all the investigations have concluded, you may not wish to use the asylum for it, since we still don't know how the cursed plots got out of.
We'll just use the prison then. Lock him up, Warden.
We know where Kent lives. He's not running away, sir.
It looks like it.
Looked like
He's just a little intimidated by your strong fervor and great belief in his rescue
Oh, look, he dropped something.
from his sins.
I would just fell off his horse.
Kent? Now is not the time to be clumsy. Oh, look at him. He fell from God's grace. This is truly a sign that he desperately needs us.
Indeed.
Perhaps you should douse him with holy water to be sure, Your Eminence.
Yes, give him a dose, Father.
Oh, God. Oh.
It has worked. Praise be the Lord.
Praise be, for he is now cleansed.
Is this normally how confession go?
No, you spoke before you were in confession.
Yes.
Usually it's less moist.
Into a special room where you can then speak in private with the bishop.
I don't want to go to the asylum. I ain't done nothing wrong.
Then my recommendation would be that you join the bishop for confession after his breakfast.
Oh, that could be hours till he's done with his breakfast.
Do not worry. I can postpone the breakfast for now and skip straight to the main course.
The main horse is right there. His name's Smoke.
Main course. I am not eating your horse, nor am I eating you. I'm
Don't eat
offering
the
you the
horse.
confession.
I've been gambling and like fighting
Allowing
occasionally.
confession.
If he wishes to have his confession in front of everyone, that is his choice.
Please allow me to take your horse to the stables as you follow the bishop.
What? No, don't take. No, I ain't done nothing wrong. Don't take me horse from me. Stay away from me and me horse. It's alright, Smoke. They're not take it.
Don't worry, my child. It will be good. The Lord is watching over you.
You just want to eat me horse, don't you?
No, I do not. Trust me, if I did, it would have already perished into my stomach. Tell me, is this true that you want to get married?
No, I mean maybe one day, but it was.
Very well, tomorrow it is then.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I may have gotten my hopes up. That's alright, Ken. That's alright. Just take a deep breath and tell me, do you have someone special in your life? Someone you wish to spend your last remaining days with before you perish? Either of old age or perhaps an accident where your horse throws you off the saddle?
I mean, maybe.
Remember, Kent, there are many challenges ahead. Many trials that could prove to be fatal. Remember when you resurrected the undead queen?
I don't want to spend my life with her.
Naturally. However, I am simply pointing out the frailty of your existence, and that you should use these precious moments to perhaps tie the knot with someone you care about. If it's not the Inquisitor,
Right.
then who it is? Who are you romantically interested to spend your days with?
I mean,
You may speak openly. I will not judge.
no, I mean, it's just early days, you know, like, not.
It is never too early. Nor is it too late. Your heart will make the choice. Have you ever felt it? When it skips the beat?
You just kind of put me on the spot here.
Do not fear judged. You are simply having a friendly conversation with your friendly neighborhood bishop, who is interested in your life so that he can better serve you as the spiritual guide. Now answer the question. Alice?
What? No. I mean, she's lovely, but no, it ain't for me to say. I'm not one that, you know, dishes out me private life. I like to keep, you know, private life should be private until you get married, in which case then you can move in together and, like, be more than 6 bishops apart.
Very well then. If that is your wish, I will wait. And once you find the special one, bring them over to me and I will make sure they are the right match for you. And then we can have marriage.
Yeah.
Just remember, the clock is ticking. You're not getting any younger. The death is approaching. Knocking on the door almost, you can hear it. Let this be a reminder.
You have been faced with much of the bishop's blessed advice. You seem a bit shaken from your fall from your horse and perhaps some of the realities of what you face if you do not follow his words. Perhaps you would like to take a moment in the church, in the peace and quiet, to clear your head.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. I'll just go to the church.
Not with the horse.
I'll just go to the church right now. I'll be.
Yes, wonderful idea, sister. I think he needs a moment to compose
Sure,
himself.
he'll make a great father someday.
He's not going to the church. He's just going to leave.
Well, good riddance then. I'm sure he'll be back.
Have you been a matchmaker before, Herr Bishop?
I have tried on numerous occasions to ensure that the prince will finally have a successor. But alas, it was a fruitless effort.
Oh, who knows what might happen in the future.
I just find the blessings of marriage to be so uplifting to everyone in Ravenwood. I just wanted to share some of this happiness with the rest of you all. But I cannot force it, I understand. Hopefully Kent will make the right choice and he will one day give up the life of bachelorhood and find something a bit more permanent.
Indeed.
Oh, look at Immaculata.
Well, I guess that's that. I'm gonna get back to the gate.
I guess that's that.
And at least with the upcoming renovations to the tavern, his gambling issue will soon be resolved.
Yes. Soon this town will be cleansed of all the sin.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about a tavern. What is the extent that I could turn it into a place of God?
Full!
Oh, right.
Remove any signs of heresy and sin of this place, consecrate the grounds, and transform it into the house of God.
As you will, Your Eminence. Question, you wish this to be some sort of asylum as well?
Yes, I think it would be helpful to have a dedicated place where we can help these cursed bloods to hopefully find some solace and purpose before they're put on the fire. Something as a experimental treatment facility.
Very well, as you see fit, Your Eminence. I will make changes right away. As a matter of fact, I think the first change is to get rid of that statue in the front. Put a large cross there.
Yes.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And any sign of, I suppose, ale barrels and all that, we'll have that moved out of the way.
Yes, supplies of holy water will replace those.
Yes, we need tons of that.
Has the blood been washed off the side?
It has not yet. I noticed that just on my way back from speaking with the custodian. I thought that was tasked to someone, but I will take care of it.
Wonderful, sister. Thank you for helping with this project. Now, alas, I need to have my rest, but I will join you in the chapel shortly for your confession, of course.
Yes, thank you, Your Eminence.
Wonderful.
I will my confession will be heard up in the chapel for a bit. Feel free to move about if you have something to do.
I was going to reinforce the watching point at the gate.
Good thinking. He has done a very good job of making sure the city entrance is secure and also functional for defense.
Wonderful job. They should be of great help.
I believe Miss Rawson, she was back there trying to get me some particular. Did you take the pancakes?
Just a bit, to ensure that if someone gets hungry at the church, some of our worshippers or followers, then they will be properly fed.
Of course, absolutely.
Some work too.
At the moment,
Let you do it.
My confession.
Excellent.
Bishop. But after that, if I can think of anything, I will let you know. Certainly, I would ask that in the regrettable and hopefully unnecessary event that your talents are needed at the clinic, please do ensure that you're not too far. We were beset ourselves at the farm earlier by the necromancers. Oh yes, well then. I don't think anyone is injured, but it does mean that there's foul magic afoot, keeping an eye on us, so...
It's midnight feast stocks.
Good. Well then I will speak to you, again after I have had words with the bishop. And
God!
That, yes. Confessed my sins to God through His Eminence.
Protect Miss Roslyn. She was attacked after all. Not that long ago. It is imperative that she survives and prospers.
Actually, that might be a particularly good Jin, as you are making plans for working on the gate. I think that Eleanor and Cleo had some thoughts last night on the positioning of the gate, or rather when it is left open and when it is closed, and perhaps ask Eleanor's opinion, as it seems to be in line with others of the city.
As you wish.
And we shall make a decision then after. What is happening? Can you open that?
Of course.
You. You're so much stronger than I am.
The door is rather heavy, and you weigh just about as much as the feather. We have already established that.
Yes. Feather light with chicken legs, yes.
Let me get the door. There. This ways should lock it.
It will most certainly do for now.
Oh, we can make a... Let's see how far we can pile it up. It is magnificent.
It is absolutely magnificent.
The Leaning Tower of Pancake.
That it is. Oh.
I think I may have overdone it.
Amazingly structurally sound.
It holds
Somehow.
with God's will.
Indeed.
Let me make this plate of ordinary fruit a bit better.
That looks marvelous.
Just cover the fruit. There. Now that's my kind of a fruit bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Pancakes. It's magnificent.
Exactly.
Let's dig in. Let's see. Oh my god. Shuts all the corner and grabs a fistful of cake and eats rapidly. I need your bet, I know, but I also need my daily dose of sin.
There we go. Just face straight in.
This is all your fault, Russian. I tried to resist. You did this to us. You know, maybe we could eat the cake, just like the other tramp, you know. Just sucking the cake. Look at the leaning tower of pancake. Oh, it is magnificent. Worth all the wait. All the fasting led us to this very moment, sister.
Indeed.
God wants his children to be happy. He wants them to enjoy life, especially after going through so many trials, after seeing all this suffering and pain and torturing us with these curse bloods. It's only fair that for just a few hours of our day, we will invest them into much deserved strengthening of our constitution so that we can battle the curse bloods even stronger.
Precisely.
Enough talk, let's dig back in. Mortified. Sinning with the noun now? Oh yeah, absolutely. Sin is always better with more people involved. This was her fault, by the way. Her idea.
It is delightful. Far more than I did when I came here.
Much better than porridge, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I almost forgot. I bought some of these before. There, some food for the soul. Let us feel the warm embrace of God Almighty through the power of these sprinkles.
Yes. Yes, let us.
What other arena mode can we do? Look at them. It's almost romantic, isn't it? Something in my soul is feeling uneasy. Good. Oh, Sticks. I disappear for a while, and then I come back to this. Sticks, it's so good to see you. I hope you've been well. We've had a crazy season here on Lord Haven. Witches, as we call them, curse bloods against the Inquisitors. And... Oh! Busted! What is it? What is it? Good seeker? Ah, who put that... Who put that flower over there? Can we help you with anything? We've just been testing this food, if it's not poison, so that we can share it with the needy and poor.
Precisely.
It's like, nope.
I just had a... Do you know if Eleanor is a seeker?
That's a good question. I have a weird suspicion. She asked me a lot of questions last night about whether or not... Oh. Whether or not she would be requisitioned to work for the church as well, and I told her... or rather, she asked if all seekers would be requisitioned, and I said, no, just Jin, that the others had not yet been cleared or spoken of by the prince. I thought perhaps maybe she might have a vested interest given the questions she was asking, but I don't know for sure.
This is the worst place to have a
I know
conversation.
that the eye is compromised, but she had asked if I was taking Leonidas there.
The reason that I had you speak to her at the gate is... Quite frankly, I'm not sure, but I'm positive, that she cannot be fully trusted. And I thought perhaps you might be able to... I hate these doors right now. You might be able to get some of your good intuition on whether or not she's angling for something. We know that she's sympathetic to the witches. There we go. To say the least. By the same token, she's also our only healer.
We must
Well, no.
proceed with caution, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
She's also
We need to
dangerous.
Mm-hmm. She's also upset about what happened yesterday with coming to accuse Kale and taking... Hang on a second. Okay, there we go.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
The draft is very strong here. It closes the doors rather regularly. But if
Yes.
one adds like a nice stone over there and jams it, that should do it.
Yes, I think I've propped it open well. She's cross enough with the warden that she won't even speak to her over the fact that the warden alerted the prince to... Well, to Alice being over at her house.
She's angry the warden did her job.
Exactly. And that is what I just spoke to the warden about, because the warden feels badly
I
at
know,
having
Stormy.
potentially lost a friend, but also believes that she did the right thing. I thought, of course, she did. And she should always report that sort of thing. And the prince, surprisingly, showed quite a bit of clemency yesterday. It could have ended worse.
I just wanted to ask.
For all intent and purpose, if she is a seeker, then she is a rogue.
What's up, Alvaro?
seeker.
Certainly
You
not.
are the only recognized seeker.
The one that we can trust.
Mm-hmm. And that is why we have chosen you to work for us in the absence of a Grand Custodian.
We rely on you to be our eyes and ears. And, if needed, our hammer.
Precisely, and that is something that the bishop and I will discuss, and if there is ever the name of someone that we need particular attention paid to in a very particular way.
How dare you, Alvora?
Of course.
Jin, by the way, Your Eminence, has seen to it that I have a safe place, a very safe place to go in the event that there is an attack on the town and the town defenses should falter.
Wonderful. I am glad to hear that.
He has been very helpful.
And I certainly hope that he will continue being so. We have much need for someone like you, and all our hopes rest upon your shoulders to see to your tasks and deal with them diligently and privately.
Of course.
With discretion, I'm sure that you will be rewarded greatly for your efforts. What is your point?
He has, as yet, never let me down, and the information and warnings and wisdom that he's provided have been
Look at the leaning
also
tower of pancakes.
always of use.
2 steaks on top.
And that is one of the reasons, also, the primary reason that I suggested perhaps we have Rosalind prepare our food, like the lovely display behind us. We can trust her, much as the prince will not eat for lack of a taster. We will simply have a trustworthy source.
Indeed. One can never be careful enough these days.
Mm-hmm.
It's killing me how quiet he is. It's like he's judging us. Oh yeah, the cake would be all over. Jin raises a brow behind his mask at the word display and looks over the bishop's robes.
I will speak to you more later on this when you've had an opportunity, if Eleanor approaches you again, to get a feeling for whether or not she is perhaps doing anything untoward apart from what we already know she's doing. And that's another one.
Response
that
to
you
stuff
should
like that
feel
is
free
he doesn't
to
notice, LOL.
Watch from afar, should she wander off. She does like to scout.
Of course. I will leave you to your confession.
Indeed. That particular... Well, I am perfectly confident in telling you that was simply to keep people away from here.
No, it is true. We have much to confess.
Well, I have a lot more to confess now, yes. But...
We'll make sure that everything is accounted for. Not to worry.
Of course.
Rosalind is aware of a little arrangement that we've made to ensure that we have a good amount of food in our bellies before we go to sleep.
And war, after all. A soldier with an empty stomach, without strength and energy, can be of no use. just like the members of clergy.
Exactly.
Right.
It will all make sense soon, I assure you.
Perhaps a salad when you're finished confessing.
Yes. Yes, I think a salad would be a very good idea. I will see if Rosalind has some fresh vegetables she could chop up.
We had some fruit.
A salad is vegetables.
Fruit is almost as a vegetable, just a bit more on the sweeter side.
There's protein in there too.
Indeed. At any rate, we should get back to it. We don't want... Thank you. Talking about the elephant in the room.
Just be careful you don't choke, Your Eminence.
I will not be denied my moment of a test of my abilities to prove my faith and capabilities in front of God in his home. He will see my fervor and my boundless appetite for his love and grace. Do not worry, sister. This is for the best. At least the Seeker now knows. And we will know if we can trust him. If he ever tells on us to anyone, then no one would ever trust him. We will deny everything.
It is a good further test, but I think everything will be fine.
Indeed. We are doing that young man a favor. We are putting him through all these tests that will further reinforce God's grace and favor.
Exactly.
This sacrifice on our part is great, but it is the least we can do. Oh no, I looked the steak.
That's right. Woo.
Let me just finish these pancakes as a dessert. Oh look, some fruit is still left. We'll leave it for anyone who wishes to confess and perhaps grab a bite.
That is, it's an excellent idea. There's nothing quite like a little juice from a rare steak to make the fruit extra fortifying.
Well, it is the God's Son's blood, after all, that signifies his sacrifice for our sins.
Indeed.
Just like the wine. This is even stronger, even more potent.
It is truly marvelous.
Indeed. Tell me, sister, how do you feel?
Empowered.
Yes. I feel the same. I feel whole and accomplished. I am glad I could share this moment with you, sister. No one else would understand. Let's do it
I am
again
happy
tomorrow.
to. Yes, absolutely, tomorrow. And perhaps all the nights after that. Although I do think we can invite Rosalind for at least one of them.
Oh, yes, I agree. The more the merrier. After all, such a feast should be shared among friends, and those who are devout to the church just as much Miss Rosalind is. We must get some pasta. That's her favorite.
Perfect. Well, I will leave you to your rest, Your Eminence. I will do a little more tidying up here.
Oh, yes, please.
Go with God. And sleep well.
I most certainly will. Go with God yourself, and may He bless your stomach.
And yours.
I think the door. God damn it. It's been through enough. I think we can still put her through some more trials. Well, that was probably the most the most sensual feast I've ever experienced. You better fix my points, John, or say goodbye to your church. I'm gonna raid it like you raided my house. Alright, let me see. Where are your points?
Ran to the left side of the tavern.
Isabel.
Their torch out.
Alright. Oh. Okay, so what did you choose? You chose the 10 authority and 5. Sorry, 10 agility and 5 authority, right? Then 5. Gotcha. Well, in that case, I think that was 5 strength, right? Let me see. I think I have it written here somewhere. Oh, I don't. Yeah, caps. Alright. Well, in that case, I will remove the 5 strength from you. I will remove 10 agility from you. And 5 authority. There you go. And I will also, in your quest flags, remove the Nexus. Which one is it? Ritual. I don't even know. That's the opposite? What? What's the opposite? I took 20 points from you. Alright. Have your plus 5 strength. Oh, not 50. There. That should do it. Happy now? Alright, let me give you 5 more agility. And 5 more authority. They should also cover your daily one that you'll be having today. You need a nerve. You'll be fine. Alright, happy now? See, this is exactly why we do things like this via ticket and not on stream. It's not helping, Pop-Tarts, I'm sorry. I tried to do a quick fix, but I know I could have said no, but I will next time. I was trying to remove whatever the improvement was. I wasn't trying to buff you, I was trying to remove the buff. The previous one. Pop-Tarts, please! Alright, I'll go back to the stream and see what your original stats were. I'll revert those back and we'll just forget this happened. Let me see. But yeah, I'll never do this on the stream again, I apologize. Especially when I'm this tired. Let me see the what. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, I have the screenshot. Isabel, there you go. Alright, so we had 7 strength. We had 53 agility. And we had 60 authority. That is what we have right now. Alright, it is fixed. Back to the previous version. I apologize. And if you want any kind of refund or any kind of fix, please file a ticket and I will do it after the stream. Yeah, just like Mel said, it's not a no, it's we'll do it in the ticket. And there is a reason why admins rarely ever stream, because there is this tendency, you know, to do stuff, to multitask, to try to help as many people as you can, but when it's almost 2 AM, you're not in the right mindset after a stream to do tickets, especially not live. But yes, I will absolutely look into it tomorrow, or anyone else who's currently around, and we'll get you sorted, I promise. Alright, now that we're done failing with tickets, I will send you somewhere nice, and I do believe it's going to be winter. Let's see what the witches are up to. Oh, you're way too kind, witchy. Thank you. It's 6 PM. What do you mean? Yeah, what are time zones? An imaginary concept. Time is just a noodle. Let's stretch it all the way. Alright guys, have a good one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you to Shay for sinning with us. Well, in the chapel. It was hilarious. And I am freaking dying. I need to go to bed. Good night and bye-bye.